Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Hello, TJ. How you doing? Good evening. I'm glad that you're okay. So, in this stream, I'll be showing you how to interpret a storyboard panel. Nzuri sana, TJ Beats. Vipi? How are you? Okay. So, mambo freshi. So here we have we did our storyboard. Okay, we had a very short project. This portfolio project we are doing with our Fridays. Nice. So this is a short project we are doing in Discord. Everybody has their own cards, alright? For me, I was assigned this card, card 5. Right? So in this stream, I'll be showing you how to interpret the storyboard, okay, into a rough layout, okay. Then later in the later streams, we'll see how you proceed with that layout. So the first step we'll do is just exporting this page. Okay, I want to use this page too. Okay, so if you have the copy of this storyboard, you can choose to either import or just use it as a reference. Okay, all right. So I've told you that we have about 11 cards. I'll be working on with this card 5 so that I can show you how to do the rough layout. Okay. So I'll just close my storyboards. Okay. All right. So you can either choose to position your storyboard beside your layout, alright? So obvious, when you start, we're going to I forgot to give you guys a copy of this Genga, right? Hi digital artist, welcome to the stream. So the project is called Freckles. It's just a name I came up with so that we can have a name, okay, for the project. So this is cards 5. So I won't write the time right now, okay, because we haven't figured out the duration, okay. So we'll write the time here, okay. All right. So just come and save the project, eh? So freckles cut 5. Cut 5 and save it. All right. Before I forget, let me just post the Genga template so that you guys can use it. Assets, Patreon, hello Genga template design. Okay. So these are for the people who are on this project. We are going to use this template. Now that's done. The man Kai multitasking around 100 projects. I have to, man. Okay. I have to, man. Okay. All right. So here in the folder, the content folder, I'm going to import our content. All right. So here it is. Okay. Then I'm going to resize my storyboard panel. Okay. So that it fits. Our camera view. Okay, remember you don't need to trace line to line of the storyboard. We are just using it as a guide. All right, so I'll just lower the opacity a little bit. Okay, then let me just sketch it first. Okay. So I'll just sketch around. You don't have to separate anything here, okay? So you come here. All right. So like always start with a color that you are pretty sure that it won't be the final color. Okay, it helps you not you know, it makes you not to focus on the drawing more. All right, just sketch things out. All right. Okay, here in this sketch, I'm not focused, you know, with I'm not focused with the perspective so much. I'm just trying to capture. I'm just trying to capture the overall, you know, the overall. The overall theme. Okay, right. So from the previous sketch, I find it that the angle was kind of very steep, so I've tried to fix it a little bit. Okay. Oh, your exams are over. Oh, nice. That's good for you, man. Hope it didn't drain the hell out of you. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, right. And make sure you have a reference that you are using. So for the people who are in Discord, I'm going to send you some, not for other cards, okay? I'll try to send you some similar cards that you can use as reference. Today we the industrial electronics. Ah, nice. I hope you aced on it, right? Okay, let's add a tree here. Okay. Okay. So so I'm gonna draw some bushes here. Also, when you're a key animator or a layout artist, you need to develop some shorthands for drawing something like bushes. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. You need to develop some shorthands for drawing, vegetation. Okay. Because you're expected as a layout artist to draw most of the things on screen. God bless, there are no hands in my shoulder. I was questioning my life decision. Hi, Kewara Sam. How you doing, man? Yeah, I had to remove some hands there. Hands are really tricky to animate. I think I'll do a stream on how to animate hands. But that will be after I do, anatomy for hands. So this stream is going to be a very short stream, okay? Because I want it to be a reference for the people in Discord, so that they can come and reference from this when they're doing their cards. It's gonna be available later. Okay, so don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So that's the rough background, right? Okay. Okay. So let's now draw the character, okay? So sometimes in this kind of a perspective, it might be difficult for you to place your character correctly. So what you do, let's put the character in a box, so that we can know the perspective of the character, okay? Because it's easy for you to know the perspective of the character when you're just using a triangle or rectangle. Animating right now, like, you hope there will be more community projects in the future. Yeah, there will be. Okay, these are our first projects, so the idea is to be having more frequent projects. Okay, we started with a shorter project, okay, because it's also my first project, directing a team. Okay, so I decided to go with a quite a simple project. Okay, all right. So we know that if we're using the 8 heads, they have part of our triangle. That's where that's where our pelvis will be. All right. Okay, and this part, that's where our legs we are going to be, and the rest, our head, and our upper parts. Okay, so this is gonna be our head. Okay, so you don't have to be strict with the proportion so much. Just get the 8 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 heads. Okay. Hello, Ritoshi. How you doing, man? Welcome. Okay. All right. So just reduce the opacity just a bit. Then let's draw. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use a different, pen. Okay. And make sure that also the character is following up with the perspective. Okay. Yes, it's very helpful because I can't give myself task. I need someone else to give me an assignment. Yeah, it does happen. I'm also giving myself assignment. You can see even in the project I did assign myself a cut. It makes you more responsible. Okay. Okay. So okay. half of it is going to be the pelvis. Okay, all right. Makes me more responsible. Yeah, it does. As artists, we always run from responsibilities, eh? Especially if you feel that the task ahead of you is, too overwhelming. Eh? I've been running from the next cut that I'm supposed to be doing in my music video, okay? Because it's a little bit difficult, huh? Because it's character animation, huh? So, I've been really, trying to escape. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So something else I need to do is bring up. I don't need the Equante right now, so I'll just close it. Okay. I need to bring my character model sheet up. Huh? Okay. So these are the deltoids. Okay. Don't forget about that. And these are the trapezius. Okay. And have the arms here. Okay. So she's holding, her bag. Okay. So let me see. So I wanted to make actually this cut more challenging. Maybe make her, move down the stairs. But we'll see. We'll see if I can do that. Because I was thinking of, adding, some wind animation. And another thing, when you're doing layout, remember, it's your work to interpret the storyboard. Okay. The final storyboard might really change. Okay. What you lay down in the storyboard, and what's in the layout, okay, can differ a bit, because in the storyboard you don't have the correct maybe perspective. Okay, you can also decide to improve on the cut. Okay, but once the layout has been done, you cannot change. All right, when you're doing key animation, now there you don't have any freedom to change what is in the layout. But at this stage you have the liberty to change things. Okay. All right. So I don't want to be lazy, so I'm going to animate her, moving down the stairs. Okay. I'll just show you how I'll do it, but not on this stream. This stream is only about layout. Okay. So you can see how easy it is to place her on the layout using just a rectangle. Okay, just a simple one, don't worry about it. Okay, then here are the shoes. Okay, so we might need to drop her a little bit. some more like that, huh? All right. Okay. So I can turn off my Econte, right? Because I've already interpreted the storyboard. Eh? We've gotten, you know, the rough, the rough, the rough perspective of the scene. Eh? And another thing, since these background are not, you know, too much strict on the perspective. Eh? You don't need to put the perspective grids or not. Eh? But if it was a, you know, higher production, maybe, okay, or the backgrounds need more, you know, need more perspective. Eh? We would have added. We would have, you know, put the layout more in perspective. Okay. So right now, I'm just going to lower the opacity. Okay. So here is when now I'll, you know, just create a new layer. All right. Call this BG. Or let me just call this A. I want to separate. I want to separate. I want to separate the character and the background. Okay. You just merge them like that. Okay. So for the background, I'm gonna draw here. Okay? So here, when you're doing the background, you don't have to, you know, be that precise with your backgrounds don't need to be, you know, that detailed. You don't have it to be the best painter. Okay, this is just layout. Okay, your shorthand is really similar to what I use. I just don't use circles. I use simplified version of the muscle shapes. Yeah, when you use circles, like for example, when we were learning the anatomy, okay, the head is not a circle. Okay, it's a combination of a circle and a rectangle. Okay, so if you just represent it with a circle, it's gonna be hard for you to, you know, put it down on perspective. So let's do it now then. So here I'm going to use the final line. So I'm going to use a black line. All right. Hi Barua, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm doing fine. Doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Yeah. So let's just so in my second monitor, okay, I've gathered some references. Just such a anime bush. Okay. All right. Then you just draw. Okay. So even the bushes have they have a volume. Okay. Remember that. Okay. So try to put that volume when you're sketching. Okay. Think of where lights and shadows are going to go, right? You don't need the timeline right now, okay? The gear car, this. So the first, what are you making today? Okay, so we have a short project. It's kind of a trailer, okay? We are doing in Discord. All right. So the team, okay, requested if I can do a stream showing how to interpret the storyboard into layout. So this stream is dedicated to them. Okay. Okay. So we are doing a very short music video. Okay. As a portfolio thingy. Okay. So I'm in charge of cut 5. So this is part of the cut 5 one. Okay. So we'll be having such projects in the community. So of improving. Okay. If you want to join, you can wait when I do the next one. I'll call for the next project. You can join. All right. So I added a tree here. Okay. So that we can break the monotony of the cut, the composition. All right. All right. So in you need a lot of skills when you're a layout artist or an animator in general, okay? Because you need to know how to draw backgrounds. You need to you need to know about character design. You need to know about color theory, composition, okay? So I think that's what makes animation difficult, because you need a lot of skills, not just compared to someone who is just doing illustration only. Yeah. let's continue, okay? Then you can see in our layout, there's this perspective, not perspective, there's this rule of third grids, okay? You can see it here, right? You can see I've placed my character, okay, in this intersection, so that I can have a balanced composition, okay? So if you're using the Genga template that I've sent in Discord, make use of that, okay? So we are looking at, down the stairs, so we are not going to see the top of the stairs. So that's something you need to consider, okay? Okay. So we usually have some, pillars like that support, the stairs. Okay. All right. So we have agreed that she'll be walking down the stairs. Also, try to make the stairs try to make the stairs look more, uniform. Nova, do you do commissions? Yes, I do commissions. I'm a freelance animator, okay? So commissions are part and parcel of my work. Okay, you want to commission me? Nova. Okay. So I'm gonna add the pillars here, okay? So you can see I'm trying my best, to fix the perspective as I go, right? Okay. Like that. Okay. So I know this is not a, relatively easy perspective to work on, but try to make them look neat. I'm looking for someone to work with so I can get some emotes for my stream. Oh, sure. You can just text me on Discord. Okay. I'm on Discord. This is easy, okay? Alright. It's not that complicated, isn't it? Okay. make it kawaii, right? Okay. So let's add another stairs here. Okay. Right. That will work, huh? So most of the cuts, most of the perspective is gonna be done by the background artist. We're gonna leave most of it to the background artist. Okay. Okay. Let me add these pillars here. So making layout isn't that difficult, okay? It's not that difficult. So I'm gonna put the railings here. Okay. Are you making an anime? Kinda, it's kinda like a music video, okay? So it's a short project we are working on in the Discord community. Okay. So this is cut 5 that I'm demonstrating. Okay. Other people are going to do the rest of the cuts, huh? Okay. So this stream is just to show them the process of creating the layout. Huh? It's just like a guide. All right. You see, it looks nice. Huh? So let's add some blocks here. Because why not? Because we want to break the monotony of of these bushes. So I'll create some blocks right here. It looks nice. Thank you. Really appreciate. Okay. All right. Let's break the shape even further. Let's add something circular here. Okay. Try to make your layout looks pretty. Okay. Okay. All right. You can also add some overlapping blocks here, just to make it more and more interesting. Like that. Okay. So Nova, you can join YouTube too. Okay, let me just paste a link for YouTube. I think there you can get a link to the Discord community. Okay. Okay, so let's try to make this other side look more pretty. Okay. All right. If you're in the community, you can join Discord if you're subbed. Okay. So I want to add another block here, but okay, I want it to be like okay, join Discord. All right, you can always send me a DM. All right. So here I want to add a book. All right, just to make things more interesting. Okay. So let's see where we'll add this block. Okay. So a book is just an overlay element. Okay. All right. And we can even add something circular on top of it, just to make it more interesting. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be blood. Okay, we'll add a Gaussian blur here. I can use the tool, but I don't want. If you're not getting the perfect circle, like that, right? All right. So another thing you need to do when you're doing a layout, you indicate where the the light is coming from. Okay. So for instance, let's say the light is coming from this direction. Okay. So I'll put like this. You indicate where the direction of the light is coming from, so that you can be able to place, can be able to place the shadows correctly. Okay. So for this book, I'm going to color it with a pink, right? Like that. Okay. So this is a book. It's an overlay element. Okay. Okay. So we're going to blur it, okay, when you're doing compositing work, okay? Okay, so we can finish this block over here, okay, like that. Okay. All right. So the next thing you need to indicate where the shadows are coming from, okay? All right. So I'm just going to create a new layer. All right. And I'm gonna use either a watercolor brush, okay, and use you can either use a gray one, all right, you can use a gray color or a blue one, okay. So just apply to where you think the shadows, the light won't hit, okay. Hi Gray, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. How about you? Are you doing good, man? Okay, so here there won't be, some light. Okay. All right. So I'm using just a round brush to map out the shadows, okay? Right. So we're also going to have just passing by to say hi. See ya, gotta sleep. It's 2 a.m. here. Alright, great. See ya. So there will also be some shadow forming here, okay, because of the railings, so I'm going to indicate it there, right? Like that, right? Then also book layer, right? Take care too, Gray. See you around. Yeah. Okay. Today I haven't done my Duolingo, man. Need to do my Duolingo or else. So I'm assuming that if we'll have some shadows here because of these bushes, and the light is on the top, so I'm assuming we'll have some light here, okay, some shadows here, sorry. Okay, right, also some shadows here on the stairs, okay. So this is how you create a layout. You see, it looks nice, looks pretty, right? Okay, so let's finish the layout with the character. Okay, so I need to turn on my sketch layer, right? So I'll just call this sketch. All right. Now I'll take my pen tool. Okay. Alright. And I'll start, drawing my girl, okay? So I'll roughly sketch my character, okay? So I think it's a little bit slanted, so I'll just try to reposition it a little bit. Okay. Also check on the perspective, right? Okay. Okay. So she's holding her bag. Okay. So let's try to, to put that pose there. Okay. Okay, she's coming pretty nicely. Then let's flip a bit, see how things are working. No bad, right? No bad, no bad, no bad. Okay, so I can remove the sketch now. Okay, you have the rough perspective. So let me just lower the opacity a bit. Okay, we're going to add now the flesh. I'm gonna use a different layer. Okay, also I'm gonna use this one. Also I can lower the BG a little bit. Okay, it's too much distracting. Okay, so I kind of feel that my pen is a little bit big, so I'll just lower it a bit. Yeah, that's much better. And turn on my setting. Okay, now I'll just start with the eyes. She has these distinct eyes. Okay. Always prefer starting with the eyes. she's happy. I told you that most of these cats, the mood is she's happy. Okay, so let's try to capture that. Okay. Okay. And remember to make things beautiful. Okay. The worst thing you can do as an animator, okay, or an artist, is making a boring work. Remember that. So plus you need to check, you know, the level of detail, because at this range, at this point, the character is very far away from the camera. Okay, so we need to balance the details. We don't need to put a lot of details. Okay. Okay. All right, got a lot of rough pass done. Got a smoke one. All right, Sam. By the way, shout out to Sam. He's a very awesome member, okay, in the community, and also a passionate buddy of mine. Thanks, man. Okay. Shout out, man. So, so this still part of rough pass, eh? On by the way, Sam, your cat is kind of a little bit easier because you don't have a lot of backgrounds to put. You don't have to draw a lot of backgrounds. Not like this full scene here. Okay. Hello, Omega. How are you? I don't know if I should add the blow. Okay. I don't know. Should I? Should I? I think I should. I wanted the blouse to be waving in the air, right? Okay. Okay. So here are her legs. Make sure they also follow perspective, alright? Going well, and you're barely currently learning anatomy on your previous stream. Alright. Nice. And the skirt to be a little bit shorter. Okay. Some of the sort, huh? See, she's coming pretty nicely, right? Oh, with the background. Okay. So we are doing great, huh? So in a few minutes we'll be done with this layout, huh? Okay. Let me just flip it a little bit, huh? See if you have some errors. Okay. Yes, we do. You see, this is the perspective. Okay. So this other hand, it needs to be a little bit lower. Okay. Somewhere there. Okay. There we have it. Okay. All right. Let's add her. Her bag. So let's look at her bag. Where is he? it's slightly below her waist, slightly below her waist, okay. So that's something you need to keep in mind, Also her legs are a little bit thin, so you can add some, some thickness a bit, okay. Can you recommend storyboarding classes? I feel like composition is so important and kind of hard. Well, I did do a course on storyboarding. There are no good, okay, there are some scattered topics on storyboarding, but I've tried looking for storyboarding videos here on YouTube. It's pretty difficult for you to find one. Okay. Yeah, Camera Sam is here, man. The legend himself. Alright. But I also did a storyboarding stream a while back. I think you can look at that. It was quite helpful. Although I can't remember which stream it was. But it was about directing work. So if you have some time, I think you can go through that one. So let's do the final pass now. Okay. And now the final pass, we're going to use a black line. Still you're using okay. Perspective is very important, okay? She's maybe going to school, Let's put some context in the story, because even we don't have a story yet for this character, okay? So for the guys at Discord, I'll try to make your work easier by looking for some references that are similar to your cards. Do them later. Also here in layout, I'm not drawing the character, with a lot of details there. Because we'll still need to animate this character. So I'm avoiding making a lot of details there. And I think Kai-san should spare time for making videos or a playlist where he teaches all about animation. It will be hard to do edits, but I can help you. It's hard to find information in 1 hour labs. Yeah, I know. Okay, the problem is I'm all doing all this all alone, man. I tried doing that a while back, but I started burning out because, I can't do everything, man. Although I'm currently making a kind of a cost structure one, so that you guys now like this stream, I'll try my best, okay? I'll try my best to summarize the whole of this video, okay? And maybe make a video about it, okay? Maybe a short 8-minute tutorial, okay? Okay, I'll try my best. I know how hard it is to get information in, because most of my streams are minimum is about 2 hours. So yeah, I'm aware. So I'll try my best, man. Okay, don't worry. See, she's coming pretty nicely. Yeah, anatomy and perspective is so hard. No, it is not. I made it so easy for you guys. You just have to follow along. It's only hard if you take the shortcut. Now, that one I'll guarantee you will fail if you take shortcut, okay? I kind of feel these stairs are too big for her, right? What do you think? They're too big, right? So I'll need to do a little bit tweaking of her, okay? Let me see. I feel like she's too little because she'll be walking down these stairs. So let's try to make up a little bit bigger. Okay. Yeah, that's way better. That's way better, right? She was too tiny. Yeah, just follow along, okay? Plus, I usually go back and forth, all right? So that you guys, you can understand more, right? Okay. So for the hands, we're just going to, do a little bit of like this, Okay. You don't have to draw the individual fingers, because it's kind of long, Okay. She can reach the sky. Yeah. Okay. So I'll try my best. We'll be making the short project like this, maximum 15 seconds. Okay. I'll try to be having at least 10 animators per project, because I need to be, guiding all of you step by step. Okay. So the aim of these projects is that you can use whoever gets involved in these projects. You can use it as your portfolio, okay? Because I know it's difficult to create a portfolio, okay? So you can use these projects as your portfolio, okay? Yeah, sounds great, huh? So I also struggle making a portfolio, okay? So I know how difficult it is, and we both know that you can't get into the anime industry if you have nothing to show for it, okay? Here's a bug. Don't forget to notify me on the next project. I want to try. All right. I usually make an announcement, and I give like 2 weeks notice, so that you can join within that period. Then we close that submission. We work on the project. Then after we finish, we now open another call. Okay, so watch out for the next one. Once you finish this one, okay, because it's going to take about 2 weeks, at maximum, because it's a very short project, so it's going to take about 2 weeks to finish. So after 2 weeks, we'll start a new one. Yeah, it will help. Okay, I'm making a comic. Oh, nice. Hi, Aaron. What's up? What's up? If you can't understand how to draw something, just take reference. Kaitan, my brother of another mother. Yeah, true, true, true. It's important for you to draw the inner parts that are covered, okay? So that it can be easier for you to animate later, okay? Also, if you want to be the person animating, it's gonna be easier for them to know how the character looks underneath. I'll show you how to do it. Reference for life, huh? Nice. I need to lower this leg just a bit, so that it can match the perspective of the other leg. I'm gonna add a kumi line, or a match line, for this cut. Because the background is interacting with the character, okay? So I'll just put a red line here. Okay, on the character layer, right? All right. Right, because she'll be stepping on these steps, so you need a reference point, okay? Okay, for the masking and whatnot, okay. Okay, so we can turn off the sketch underneath, okay? Then I told you something, there's these lines that are part of the legs, underneath. So for those, we're going to, let's say, indicate them with, let's say, red, or green. Let's use green, okay, to show that it's underneath the skin, it's hidden part. So I'm just going to select the layer that my line work is, and turn on lock transparency on. Then just okay, let me use a separate pen, okay, and now color this part that is underneath our girl, okay? so that our animators will know, okay, that these are parts that are underneath the skirt, okay. Okay. All right, like that. Okay. Oh, we forgot about the bag. So let's draw the bag a bit. Okay. From the reference, the bag is slightly below her butt, so I'm gonna draw it just slightly here, okay? Like that, okay? Some of the sort, huh? It looks big, eh? Right? So let's even make it more bigger, okay? Like that, huh? Okay. So since this character is going to be animated, we're going to color it with another color, okay? A yellow one, huh? to indicate that it's a cell, eh? So I'll create a new layer and just color it in, okay? So tomorrow I might try to do a video on this stream. Okay, I'll try, but I can't promise. I'll try to make a video. It takes a lot of work, man. It's not easy. Plus, I'm not that good at making scripts. I like just, just talking it out. Okay. Okay. Then since we still need to add some shadows, okay? So try to place them here. Okay, we know that the light is coming from this, so most of these other parts are going to be in shadows, also because because the skirt is loose, I'm gonna shade just below the legs, like this, You got ahead of me, That's nice, okay. So for the skirt, so that's the character shaded. My drawing skills are really bad, but I try. Yeah, you should try. I also try, man. Okay. The trick is don't stop. Keep on doing it. All right. So the final thing is, you know, is naming your layers. Okay. So this one was BG. Okay. This was book 1. Book 1, like that. Then the sketch here we're going to put as A, cell A, all right, 1, okay. They're so bad they can't be NFTs. No. That's how NFTs suck. Yeah, I know. So there you have it. That's how you make your layout, alright? Okay? This is how you do it. You first interpret the storyboard, okay? You draw a sketch maybe, okay? Polish it up, okay? Make the layout prettier than the storyboard, okay? but keep in mind the direction you are given by the director. Okay, then draw a pretty background like this one. We didn't use a lot of perspective grids or something because it's an easy project. Okay, but try to capture the background. Okay, don't worry about the background, it's gonna be used it's gonna be painted by the background team. Okay, but do a good job. Right, indicate where the shadows is. Okay, remember to name your work pretty well. Okay, the cut number, the duration. For now we don't have the exact duration. Okay, because I haven't done an animatic yet. All right, because I'm lazy. Okay, then draw your character, paint her yellow. Okay, to indicate that she's a cell. She's the one who is going to be animated. All right, then after you're done with this layout, all right, you send it. This is the first step of layout. This is not the complete layout. All right, this is just the first stage. Okay, to just capture the composition of the scene. All right, here you're trying to interpret what is in the storyboard. Okay, after this you send it to your director. Okay, in this case I'm the director here, so once you do your cut, all right, Annie and how skibidi. So once you've done a layout like this, you send it to your director. Okay, so that he can give you the go ahead. Right, maybe if I was the director here, maybe I'd see that maybe she's a little bit off. Okay, I do a draw over, maybe I send it back to you, you do the corrections. Okay, maybe a lot of things can happen. Maybe I interpreted the storyboard differently from the expectation of the director. So from this simple layout, okay, it's easier for you to get feedback easily, rather than you doing the whole rough animation. Okay, without you do the rough animation only to find out that that's not what the director wanted. Okay, so it's good you do this. Okay, this composition, it's like a composition of the cut, then you send it to the director. Okay, he's going to give you some drawovers. Okay, in most cases you won't go without a draw over. Okay, so don't feel bad. They might the director or the second might tweak your work a little bit. Okay, so after this rough layout, that's when now you'll go ahead and now start animating. Okay, you start now placing your character all over the place. Okay, but don't animate fast without this. This is what's going to break or make you. Okay, because you can imagine you spend like 10 hours doing a rough animation only to find out that the perspective was wrong. Okay, so the director didn't want you do that. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to be doing. If for those people who are working on this project, this is what I want. Okay, don't animate. Okay, just do the layout. Okay, the first step is the layout. Right, this is not the complete layout. Okay, the complete layout includes also the rough animation. Keep that in mind. In this stage you're only focusing on interpreting the storyboard. Okay, that's all. Okay, after this, after you've interpreted the storyboard pretty well, you'll be given the go ahead by the director to continue with the rough animation, still part of the layout. Okay, so yeah, that's it. For such a cut, you'll be given like 3 days to finish. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm also the animator here, so I have a deadline, 3 days. I need to, example, maybe I've already submitted my cut. All right, this is layout. All right, I'll be given like 3 days to finish this Genga. All right, or the rough animation. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this wonderful stream. Unless you have question, of which I really doubt you have, because you're awesome. You're fast learners. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this stream. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles. Bye bye.